The Scheduler tab is one of the most advanced features in ASP.NET Storefront Commander. What the Scheduler tab allows you to do is to repeat routine tasks that you have for managing your website. This comes into play especially well if you're looking to do third-party integrations with other software where CSV files is the medium that you like to communicate with the website. The way that you can use Scheduler is that you can schedule imports for files that you want to have routinely updated or inserted. For more information how that's done, please click on the Sample Import tab and view the video on how to perform a import or update. But what you can also do is schedule kit imports the same way that you schedule product imports. Save that CSV file, upload it, schedule that by selecting the file, setting an interval, and then saving that task. And what that will do is allow you to schedule imports as well. But some of the other things that you can also do is you can also schedule routine product exports and routine SQL exports, as well as feed exports. In this case, what we'd want to do is we'll schedule a SQL export. This SQL export would be for a query that would export the customer first name, last name, and email address, and assuming they have said yes to allow them to be emailed. So in our SQL export tab, when we had created this query, we can go ahead and save the query as XML by typing in a XML name and saving that XML query. That will save this SQL export query as an XML file inside the ASP.NET Storefront Commander folder, and then you can go to Scheduler and schedule that. So going back here, we'll go ahead and select that item, email export, and then we can set the interval. For example, in this case, if we want an updated list of customers that want to receive email every 4 or 5 hours, we can schedule that to run every 4 or 5 hours, or whatever interval you'd want. Save the schedule settings and then start the scheduler. Now, what this will do is every 4 hours it will query the database, retrieve that file, and then save the file inside the ASP.NET Storefront's root folder, ASP.NET Storefront Commander's root folder, so you can retrieve that file and see what type of results were executed. Similarly, you can also, like I said, you can schedule other things to happen routinely, and you can have multiple things actually scheduled. So if you wanted to have a kit import schedule as well, you can go to that and choose that file and have that imported as well. So if we go ahead and schedule that, we can schedule that to run every 3 hours and hit save. And now we've got 2 tasks scheduled in the scheduler. The higher the task is, the more priority it has. It will complete first before the second one. If a task takes longer to complete, Commander will complete that first task before moving on to the second task. So you don't have to worry about one task canceling the other. The first task has to successfully complete before the second task can begin. Using Scheduler, you can definitely streamline a lot of your operations, such as the import, export, and seeing what else is going on with your storefront, as it doesn't require a human intervention to manage it. It is especially useful for doing feeds. If you prefer having the ASP.NET Storefront automatically submit your products to Google or Shopping.com or whatever feed system you happen to be using, use the feed schedule feed export, and it'll routinely export the feed over to your Google base account and Shopping.com account, or whatever account you're using at the interval you specify, so you don't have to go to your website every night to process that feed.